Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. My name is Kartik, one of the co-founders of ETHGlobal, and I'm super excited to welcome all of you to Superhack. Let's get this started. You're all watching this on ETHGlobal.tv, and this is the custom place we built for this entire event to be there and do all of our live streams. So you're going to see me here today, and we're also going to see each other next week and the week after to see all the things that are happening with the opening and the closing of Superhack. Now, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, this event is organized by ETHGlobal. And for those of you who don't know what ETHGlobal is, we're an organization with a very simple mission. Our goal is to onboard thousands of developers into the Web3 ecosystem. And we do this by running hackathons and summits, both online and in person, and all across the world. And today is our online version of this event, and we're going to be talking about both of these things that we're doing. We're going to start off with what the summit is going to be about. The summit for Superhack is going to be next Friday, August 11th at 12 p.m. Eastern, where we're going to talk about all the things that are happening in the world, Superchains and OP Stack, and everything that our amazing partners are doing. So stay tuned for next Friday. You'll see more information on your calendar invites and on our website very soon with a lot of these details. But for the next few minutes, our goal is to talk about what the Superhack Hackathon is. We have an amazing event for all of you. There's over 1,000 people hacking at this event from 83 different countries, spanning 26 unique time zones. We kind of put together where people are coming from, and it's incredible to see where so many of you are going to be hacking for the next 2 weeks. Incredible representation from 6 different continents, and we can't wait to meet all of you on Discord. On top of the hackers, we also have 44 ecosystem partners. These are our amazing mentors, engineers, designers, and founders from all of our amazing partners who are going to be there helping you succeed with all of your projects, and 6 dedicated mentors who are going to be there 24/7 to help you get unblocked and get any help you need, whether it's technical or otherwise, for your projects. And to top it all off, we're going to be giving away over $175,000 in prizes, and we're going to talk about what all these prizes are in just a few minutes. I want to quickly thank 14 of our incredible partners here who are making this event possible and are the ones pushing the OP Stack and the Superchain ecosystem forward. First of all, I want to thank Optimism, Worldcoin, Zora, Base, Hyperlane, Layer 0, Mode, Chainlink, Safe, The Graph, Etherscan, EAS, Conduit, and Covalent. These are some of our incredible partners. They're giving away a lot of prizes as well, and you get to build on top of their infrastructure so you don't have to start from scratch and reinvent the wheel. But let's talk about what the next 2 weeks are going to be all about. My goal here is to talk about how everything works and how everything is structured. That means team formation, how you can get help, all the prizes, of course. We're going to talk about the summits, the talks, the workshops that are happening, and the most important piece, how all of judging is going to be taking place. So let's start with communication. Everything that we're going to be doing for this entire event is going to be on the Discord. This Discord is managed automatically through your hacker dashboard on ETHGlobal.com, and all the permissions are granted to just people who are participating at this event, which means if you have not connected your Discord from your profile just yet, you won't be able to see any of these channels on the left in the screenshot. You'll see a Superhack category with all the channels that we have laid out for this event, which means these are channels to see what's going on with the event, all of our information announcements. You can see all the channels for all of our partners. You can ask direct questions to these different companies. All of our mentorship and support channels, so you can ask any questions about where you're stuck or if you have any bugs that you are trying to debug. And any of our partners here who are around, you can see all of them directly on this channel. So just make sure that you can see a Superhack header in your Discord sidebar. And if you don't, message us, but you should be able to just connect to your Discord account through our dashboard, and you'll see all these things automatically. This is also only available to people who have successfully RSVP'd for this event. So if your team members are not able to see this thing, that means they need to RSVP in the next 12 hours. And on top of all of that, we'll also be going to sending calendar invites for every talk and workshop that's going to be happening for this course of this event. And the calendar invite is going to follow everything that's on the website. The website will be the source of truth. And our goal is to make sure that we account for everybody from all across the world. So we're going to be repeating some of these things, and a lot of it is going to be designed to be asynchronous, which means that you can catch up on anything at any point, and we're going to make it super easy for you to do that. And you don't have to stay up at different times to watch some of these talks or workshops if you are not able to. And to make sure everybody is aware of the website, it's just ETHGlobal.com/superhack. This will be our source of truth. So any price information, any schedule related information, anything else that you want to know, all of it will be first communicated on the website and then broadcasted to all of you on Discord and email. So let's talk about how the hackathon works. Officially, the hackathon has started, which means you can start working on your projects and you can work on them with your team. You can have a team of up to 5 people, which means you can go from 1 to 5 people in total, and you have the next week and a half to hack on some of your projects. Submissions are due at 12 p.m. noon Eastern on Sunday, August 13th. So make sure that you spend the next little while to understand kind of what's going on here and how you can best use everything in this OP stack universe. And the rules and criteria for this hackathon are also very straightforward. Everything that you do must be done from scratch, which means you cannot add features to an existing project, otherwise you will be disqualified from this event. And you cannot build anything else on top or add anything or resubmit your project that you've been working on before. Some of you have emailed us about certain edge cases. If you fall into one of those categories and you have not officially informed us or got clarity from us, please send an email to hello@ethglobal.com or message one of us on Discord. We'll make sure that we can address all those things before you get started. And you also need to make sure that your projects are built on top of a Superchain or the OP stack. So everything must be specific and relevant to the goals and the purpose of this event. And make sure that you are all, including the rest of your team members, confirmed on your hacker dashboard, and each of your team members actually show up on the team section, because once you submit, if somebody is not assigned to a team or if somebody individually did not RSVP, they will be automatically removed from their accounts. And if you win a prize and your team members are not listed there, they will not be receiving their share of that prize. So only people who show up on that profile under the team section will be the only ones receiving any of the prizes. So make sure that you have all that checked in the next day or two. And if you have any other questions, you can always message us on any of our communication channels, email, Discord, anything else, and get any questions clarified immediately. Now let's talk about the important part, which is judging. Submissions are due on Sunday the 13th at 12 p.m. Eastern. That means you get exactly 10 days to work on your project. The way everything is set up is that you are going to be submitting a 4-minute video of your demo. Video submissions will be required, and you will have to make this video as part of that official submission. And we really remind you to don't do this thing last minute. It takes a lot of time to condense everything that you've done into 4 short minutes, which means you have to cover everything about who you are, why you got excited about this idea, how it works, do a demo, make sure that you're waiting for certain transactions on chain, and conclude about what could be next, all in 4 minutes. And that's not easy. So really take the time to think through what the content of this video is going to be, walk through some of our submissions that we've seen in the past that we highlighted. You can check out previously well-done videos to use as references, and take the time to make this really concise and informative for all of our judges. All of this thing will happen on your dashboard, which means that in a few days, you'll be able to see all the steps and the information that you need to be ready for during submissions. And then you'll be able to fill in those fields and upload the video and everything else directly on your hacker dashboards. After you submit, this is what's going to be presented to you as part of the final step of the submission process. You'll be given a choice to go to the main judging or just a partner judging option. If you select the main judging route, you will be put into 2 rounds of judging. And if you don't want to go through that, you'll be automatically entered into the partner judging prize pool category, which will be asynchronous. So let's go into what all of this means. So the first round of main judging will be another asynchronous round, which means as you submit a project and you want to be part of the main judging track, which makes you eligible to be one of the top 10 teams from this hackathon, all of your project submissions will go to a set of judges who are going to be reviewing everything asynchronously, and they'll be filtering projects based on prototype of the video and the project from anywhere from the links to your source code, the quality of the MVP. They'll be checking through some of your Git commit logs, which means that you should be using Git and version control properly. Do not commit just one thing with 500,000 lines. Make sure you are sequencing things properly and doing proper version control with all your team members. And also the video presentation quality we reviewed, which means the easier the video is to understand on what you built and why and how it works, the better your odds are of convincing everybody else that this is something interesting and that we can understand how to think about some really creative ideas. As that round one judging happens, you'll be selected to move on to the live judging, which will happen the next day, which means a short list of those projects who are trying to go for the main judging top 10 will then have to go present to some of our judges live on a Zoom call. And there you will be headed to round two, where you will get 7 minutes to present your demo. This would mean a different set of judges are going to look at the video that you presented, and they'll be asking you live questions about your project. And projects that go through the second round live judging are going to be then considered for the finalist top 10 team selection. This will take place on Tuesday, August 15th. And this will be a live Zoom call, which means that in case you are in a different time zone that is at odds with 12 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Eastern, you will have to kind of be up to be present live on the Zoom. And we'll kind of give you a heads up and also try to accommodate as many time zones as possible to make sure that you get to go early if you are in a really different time. Then, if you choose to not do the main judging and you want to only do the partner prize judging, you will be put into this category, which means as you submit your project and you select which prize you want to be eligible for from our partners, each of those partners will get a notification saying they have to review your project for this prize, and then they will take the next 2 to 3 days from the submission deadline to review all of your projects. They'll be looking at the same things as the rest of the judges, which is your video demo, your source code, if you have a live link, your project descriptions with all the specifics on how you've used different protocols and why. And they'll be reviewing and making sure that they get to select which project best represents their prize categories. If they have any questions about what you did, or if they're confused about something, or if they can't find something that you're referencing in your project description, they'll be messaging you directly, either over email or Discord, and they'll be using that as a means to reach out to confirm anything, but you don't have to present live to any of our partners for those prizes. They'll reach out to you if they have questions. And all of this will be then finalized at the end of this event. At the closing ceremonies, we'll be announcing who won what prizes. So I want to summarize everything about this judging. And don't worry, we'll be sending a lot more emails about everything as well. But you want to make sure that the video is really, really good. And you want to make sure that you put in time and effort and intention into getting the details right in this video, which means make sure you're in a quiet background, make sure you are using the right software to record everything, make sure you edit out some pieces that do not go well, and really make it concise and 4 minutes. And of course, coming back to people who are trying to do this thing for the first time as their first ever hackathon or first time working with the Superchain ecosystem, don't worry, we have a lot of things here that will make this easy for you. And a lot of this is workshops and talks and sessions to help you really get comfortable, from depending on your skill sets, being a beginner or intermediate developer or an expert. All this stuff is happening throughout this event. It started yesterday with some of our talks and workshops. We have a big summit next week on all the new things that are happening in this ecosystem. We have an info center specifically for you as a tab on your Hacker dashboard, which has all the resources that you can catch up on to understand what's going on, what's in previous talks, tutorials, read up on different various blog posts, and get all of that on demand to catch up and learn about anything that's happening. And everything that we're going to be doing, including this specific talk, is going to be recorded and instantly made available after it ends, which means that if you missed this thing or you are late or it immediately ended when you joined, you're all fine, because you can just head over to youtube.com/ETHGlobal and watch it on demand and go rewind, pause, zoom in, whatever you want to do instantly, so you can catch up on all of this thing on your own schedule. And if you're still looking for a team member or an idea, we have a lot of opportunities for you because there's a lot more other people in the same position as you. So you can head over to find a team channel on our Discord and reach out to people who are posting there to either join their team or recruit them to be part of your team and really see what everybody's excited about and what they're looking to get started with. There's also a Superhack chat channel, which is what we're going to be using to communicate everything and having a conversation. So be sure to say hi, tell us where you're from, what you're excited about, and we'd love to meet a lot. Some of you joined this thing yesterday. There's also going to be another session later today on team formation as a live call where you get to pitch your idea or tell us what you were able to do to other hackers who are looking for teams. And you get to form teams and join another group of people and even think about different ideas that you can hack on for this event on a live Zoom call. So you don't have to do this thing on Discord. You can just talk to people directly. So check out for those links on your calendar, and this will also be available on your Hacker dashboard under the schedule section. And don't worry, you don't have to have a team if you are excited to do something on your own or just challenge yourself and use this event as an opportunity to learn. You can do all of that and still participate at this event, and you can hack solo and submit something that you're personally proud of. So next thing I want to talk about is project check-ins. There will be 2 check-ins that will happen on your Hacker dashboard. These check-ins are basic, quick surveys and forms that let us as the ETHGlobal team know how you're doing, which means we get to understand what's going on, if you need any help, or if you are stuck on something, and we then get to anywhere from ping some of the people that could help unblock you or help you really get moving with submitting your project and finishing up your idea. This will be a quick check-in, which is you answer a few yes or no questions or give us some details, and these will take place next week so we have an understanding of what you're excited about. And you also get your stake return as you respond and finish these check-ins. All of this will happen asynchronously on your dashboard, but you will get only 24 hours to finish your check-in. So keep an eye out on that email that says check-ins are now open, and we'll also be notifying a lot of you or all of you on Discord a lot about all these things. I'll also be using project feature. Well, 2 things. If you have any other questions so far, please ask those questions away on ETHGlobal.tv, and we'll be happy to answer some of those things for you as I see them. I do want to address one question that we've gotten around what does it mean to use existing library? Your idea and your own project must be from scratch, but it doesn't mean you cannot use something that's already open source as a library or something that's a boilerplate template. So using something like Third Web, as the question says, is totally okay. You can easily use those things. They are part of properly licensed tools, and get started and simplify your life. So all of that is fine. And if you are looking to build on some of our partners here for this hackathon, you can also use the code that they linked as their sample read votes and use that as a boilerplate to get started. Another common question we get all the time is, can I do both main judging and the partner judging? Want to make sure that is less confusing as possible. If you do the main judging, you are still eligible for partner judging. That's still asynchronous. So the second you select, I want to be eligible for this prize, it automatically notifies our partner. So you don't have to worry about, will I be able to do the partner judging, or will I be qualified for a prize or not? The top 10 judging track automatically enables you to also be considered for all of our partner prizes. All right, let's get to project feedback session. Our goal is to not just see cool things, but also make sure that we help you succeed and get the right feedback from the people and from the ecosystem that you're excited to build on top of. So we'll be hosting 2 project feedback sessions as part of this event. The first session is going to be on Tuesday, August 8th from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern. And the second of the feedback sessions is going to be on Thursday, August 10th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern. This is a live call where you get to join and show us what you've been working on so far, get feedback from our mentors, get feedback from some of our partners, from the representatives and engineers at the companies that you're going to be building on top of, and really get that live comments and just general excitement from people, and use that to improve or get your questions answered or get a better way to solve your problem if you've been stuck on something, and just join these calls to see what else others are building. So if you check out both of these feedback sessions, the links will be on your calendar automatically. You can see all that specific details directly on your dashboard or your calendar. And I also want to remind people about our code of conduct. So everything about this event and how we think about rules and how to behave here as part of this community is outlined on ethglobal.com/rules. But the summary and the gist of it is that you please be respectful to everybody here, even though we are an online community. Harassment and abuse in any form will not be tolerated. This applies to not just hackers, but every single person that's involved in the event. And anything that you built as part of this hackathon is solely owned by you, which means that neither ETHGlobal nor any of our partners have any rights to this IP that you create. So you and all of your team members will equally own all inventions as part of this hackathon. If you need any help, if I missed anything, if you have any other questions, please ping us on Discord or email, and we'll be happy to answer and clarify anything for you. Another question we just got is open sourcing a requirement? The answer is yes. As part of being eligible to win any prizes, you have to open source your code. This helps us verify that everything was done correctly, and that's just a set of criteria we want to enforce to be part of our community where everybody is building in the open. So to be eligible to win any prizes or to be qualified to submit a project, it must remain open source and public on your GitHub. Just a reminder to everybody, the website is ethglobal.com/superhack, which has all the things that I talked about, including links to all these videos. So if you want to walk through how judging works again, you can just rewind this video after the live stream finishes and just pause and catch up. All that information is also available on your info center. There's a judging tab where you have all the information that I said listed out in a lot more details than what I could say in this video. And catch up on everything and see examples of past submissions to really understand what it means to make a really good submission as part of any of the hackathon submissions. All right, so let's get ready for some of our partners and what these prizes are. We want to bring on some of our amazing partners here to really tell you about what they're looking forward to seeing this over the next 2 weeks and why they're excited to be part of this ecosystem. So we're going to start off with Maddie from Optimism to tell you about what they're excited to build.
And hello, my name is Maddie. I'm here to talk about Optimism, and I have 3 things for you today about Optimism. I have a challenge for you, and I have 3 tools to help you do that challenge. So thing number 1 is OP Mainnet. This is the blockchain that we make. It's fast, it's cheap, it's rapidly growing, and an important thing you should know about it is it's Ethereum equivalent. That means in addition to being faster and cheaper than developing on L1, just about any tool that you use for making things on Ethereum should work here. And OP Mainnet is powered by the OP stack. Now, this also powers Base and Zora and any other OP chain. This is modular open source software that has everything that you need to run a rollup. And we want you to mess with it, break it, build some infrastructure for it, and most of all, try to make tools that work across any OP chain and make it feel incredibly seamless. And the third thing, Retro PGF. This is the engine that makes Optimism go. We're starting our 3rd season of it. The collective will be giving out 30 million OP to teams, people, and products that grow Optimism. This includes developers, protocols, and open source software that has an on-chain impact and that you might make at a hackathon. And so the challenge is to think like a superchain. So we want you to deploy on OP Mainnet, but we also want you to deploy on Base, on Zora, and we want you to make it feel great. So this vision only comes about if navigating from chain to chain feels seamless. So think about the UX, think about the infrastructure, about the tooling, deploy to all 3, and then make it feel awesome. We have some tools to help with that. This includes an SDK, the Optimism SDK, that makes it really easy to deploy on OP Mainnet or any other OP chain. We have a new faucet that gives out half a testnet ETH a day. And so head to the link to start getting that. We're going to add a way to start getting up to an ETH per day. So check out the Discord for that. And we have the starter kit. So this is connected to WogMe, to Foundry. It has everything that you need to get your dApp going and hook it up to the blockchain. So download that to get a head start. And that's it. Good luck. Have fun. We'll see you in the Discord and let us know if you need anything.
Awesome. That was Maddie talking about all the things that you can look forward to as part of the Superchain ecosystem. So check out those resources. They're also available on the prizes page on our website. And She's also on this chat, so you can just ask any follow-up questions to her and now on ETHGlobal.tv and get those things answered. All right, next up, I want to bring on Jesse from Base to tell you all about the Base ecosystem.
Hey everyone, it's 7:15 p.m. We are in Idlewild, California. We were up late last night, we were up early this morning. We were uploading on-chain summer via Starlink to the internet on-chain. We actually have the entire Base team here behind us. And we just wanted to take this moment to say thank you for being a part of this with us. We're still at the very beginning. We have a crazy month ahead of us, but we are feeling so grateful that you have believed in us, that you have believed in the idea of the world coming on chain this summer, and of us pulling up the timeline of this adoption curve and making it happen faster than anyone else believes. And so, thank you. Over the next month, I'd ask that you keep being an incredible group of people to work with, that you keep believing in that vision, that you keep building, and that we create something really special here. And that this is not the last on-chain summer, that this is the first on-chain summer, and that we are doing on-chain summer every summer for the next decade as we bring 1 billion people on-chain. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And let's do this. Let's do this.
That was all the Base team, and you could see they're super excited to have all of you see what's possible on the Base ecosystem. So can't wait for all this to go live next week for all of you, and this is going to be fun. Next up, I want to bring on Pendrin to talk about everything Worldcoin.
Everyone, I'm Pedrin. I lead developer relations at Tools for Humanity, supporting the Worldcoin ecosystem, and I'm here to tell you a bit about Worldcoin's creating the largest financial and identity network by giving its ownership to everybody. But if you've ever given away anything on the internet before, you're probably asking, what about bots? We've thought of that. We've built the Orb, which is this device that can verify that you're a unique human in a privacy-preserving way at the scale of all of humanity. It does this by taking photos of your irises and calculating your unique iris code on device without having to ever store those photos. And we can check to make sure that iris code is unique. The World app is the first touch point into this Worldcoin ecosystem. It has a crypto wallet where you can send and receive funds instantly, which is super useful in many different parts of the world without overwhelming people with all of the crypto native features of some other wallets. It also acts as a home for your World ID, the self-custodial identity that you use to verify that you're a unique human. World ID is this proof of personhood protocol that we've built that you get to build on top of in this hackathon. World ID supports multiple proof of personhood credentials, right now both Org verified and users proving that they've verified a phone number in the World app. We have over now 2.1 million verified humans, and that number continues to go up. And we've had lots of cool things already built on top of World ID. Now over 1,500 developers and 400 projects at ETHGlobal hackathons and otherwise, with use cases including reputation systems, lending, regulatory compliance. There's always really cool things that you can build when you know that your user is a unique human and that they're only doing an action once, but you don't have to worry about dealing with which unique human that user actually is. We recently finished our migration to Optimism, and the Superchain makes that quite a lot easier now for us to support more chains. And to back that up, we support Base testnet for the Superhack Hackathon as well. After 3 years of building, World ID and SDKs are now publicly available. If you want more information about how to build on top of World ID, template repositories, things like that, you can visit worldcoin.org/superhack, follow us on Twitter, add us in our Discord, and I'm always here to be helpful for all of you hacking in this hackathon. Thank you.
Awesome. That was Pendrin talking about Worldcoin. And last but not least, I want all of you to get excited about Zora.
We are moving towards a world where 5 corporations control the entire internet and everything we create on it. Actually, we're already there, spiraling further into the algo shouting for attention. And a bit of money if we're loud enough, trapped in the platforms we created. Who would they be without us? Our imagination and creative energy spent there for what and for whom? How the fuck did we get here? How do we get out? We go somewhere else, same but different, on-chain on Ethereum. New sovereign domain, somewhere that's ours, we create there. We find each other there, we support each other there, we surprise ourselves with what's possible. When we come together and create together, that's what we believe. It's what we're creating in a place called Zora. Pure internet, re-invaluable, resonance and connection, open and shared, independence and expansion for all creation. Ours truly.
Those were some of our partners who are really excited to be part of this event. I want to thank Optimism, Worldcoin, Zora, and Base again for making this event possible. But let's get right into all the things that I know you've been definitely waiting for. And I want to cover the last thing, which is all of the prizes. I'll quickly walk through what all the prizes are for this event, and you can follow up with a lot more details here soon and on your own through your Hacker dashboards. And without further ado, let's get started with Optimism. Optimism is giving $20,000 in prizes, and they are divided as follows. The best Superchain dev tools infra-related project will receive $5,000, where the second place will get $2,000, and the third place runner-up will be receiving $1,000 in prizes. The best OP Stack Fork category winner will be receiving $5,000, which means that if you do anything creative on the OP Stack, hack something, add anywhere from custom opcodes to make it be used for something that was not intended to, that is the cool thing that they're looking for. You can see a lot more specifics on the prize page, and the first place is going to be winning $5,000. And the best app that helps public goods, helps be part of the retro PGF, or helps measure impact around the Optimism ecosystem will be receiving $3,000, where the second place on that category will be receiving $2,000, and a third place runner-up will be receiving $1,000. Those are all the key named prizes, and then there's also going to be a pool prize that's combining everything happening with OP Stack, which means Optimism, Base, and Zora, and 5 teams are going to get up to $1,000 for the Super Pool prize for just building anything interesting on and deploying it on any of these chains. Then we have Base. So the best consumer products are eligible to win $7,000 in total, where the first place will be receiving $4,000, the second place team will be receiving $2,000, and the third place runner-up will get $1,000. We're looking forward to seeing a lot of consumers come in on the Base ecosystem, play with a lot of these apps. So this is a really good thing to get started. And then the best native projects on top of Base will receive $3,000 for the first place and $2,000 for the second place. This means if you are integrating with everything that's already inherently native to the Base chain, you get to be qualified for these projects or use anyone from tooling or existing infrastructure that's deployed or services that are available for you on Base to leverage these. Base also is very excited about account abstraction. So the best account abstraction hacks that are deployed on Base will be receiving $6,000 in total, where the first place is going to get $3,000, the second place winner is going to get $2,000, and the third project for runner-up will get $1,000. And we also want to see a lot of node and developer experience related improvements to the Base ecosystem, which means that if you look at the documentation on how to set up your own nodes on Base, or if you improve the documentation or make something a lot easier for you to replicate or get excited about from a developer experience standpoint, 2 teams are going to be eligible to win $1,000 each. Next up, we have Worldcoin. So the best overall hack that is on top of Worldcoin or uses the SDKs will receive $5,000. And then 2 honorable mentions of just the most interesting best overall projects on Worldcoin will receive $1,000 each. There's also a governance app category, so $2,500 will go to the best governance app. The best AI integrated use case will also get $2,500. The most creative use case of the World ID or the SDK will get $2,500. The best signing with Worldcoin app experience and project submission will get $2,500, and is also going to be a pool prize for any successful integrations on top of the Worldcoin SDKs, where $3,000 will be split between all the teams that qualify for this category. So $20,000 from Worldcoin as well. hope all of you get excited about using new forms of identity. And then we have Zora. So Zora will be giving 10 teams $2,000 to make the Superchain easy, to make the Superchain fun, and just experiment with a lot of Superchains. So you have seen the Zora protocol just launched, and you get to be as creative as possible and really show them everything that you could imagine and what they didn't imagine will be possible on the Zora chain. So give that a shot. A lot more specifics are written down on the prizes page, so you get to see a lot of those specifics and details and understand how you get started on the ETHGlobal website. And then Hyperlane, Chainlink, Mode, and Layer 0 are going to be giving $10,000 in prizes each. And Safe, The Graph, EES, and Covalent are giving $5,000 in prizes each. All those specifics are listed on ETHGlobal.com/superhack. If you click on any of the prizes, you get to see everything that I've talked about, how those categories are broken down, what it means to qualify or not qualify, how you can check out the documentation, some sample code. You can watch the workshop video recordings. They have a lot of them have already done how to use their repos or the protocols. You can watch all of that on demand and use that to get started to qualify for any of these prizes. And finally, last but not the least, we want to make sure that you pace yourself. We want the next 2 weeks to be really fun, and we really care about making this event all about learning and experimentation. We don't want this thing to be exhausting for you. This is not meant to be a competition. This is meant for you to show everyone what could be possible with everything that's happening with Superchains, and also just do something that you're personally excited about or wanted to work on for fun that gets you motivated. So pace yourself and happy hacking. We'll see all of you on Discord. And if you're interested in some of the workshops or if you're still looking for a team, you get to join us in a few hours by checking your calendar to see the Zoom link, and we'll see all of you there. So with that, take care, everybody. Enjoy some lo-fi beats, and we'll see you all on Discord. See you, everybody.